You're not gonna tell me what to do, mother. You're not gonna get my share.
Okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Ever thought that the biggest threat to police officers comes from criminals? Think again. Today we're diving into shocking moments where cops turned on each other. In Bradley Beach, what started as a routine DUI stop turned into a power struggle that no one saw coming. It was November 9th, 2023, and the officers were busy with a traffic stop, questioning the driver on suspicion of a DUI. Suddenly, someone unexpected walked onto the scene. It was their police chief, Chief Leonard Gua.
Why do you get a jacket on that's not fit to be worn?
But there was something wrong. The chief, visibly intoxicated, strolled up to his sergeant, zeroing in on a jacket. Yes, instead of focusing on the DUI stop, the chief criticized the sergeant's jacket, complaining that a patch had started peeling off.
Why do you get a jacket on that's not fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look, gonna tell me what's on the back of it.
Oh, it washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant, for God's sake.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay? Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. You have a problem?
Fuck.
You grabbed me.
What?
Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him
No,
in.
you're going to go in.
Take him in.
Drunk again. Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No, you...
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
It seemed petty, like it would end quickly, but the chief wasn't done. As the sergeant turned back to the traffic stop, the chief pulled him aside again, escalating what should have been a minor comment into a heated confrontation. The sergeant tried to keep his cool, telling his chief he was just trying to do his job. But Chief Gua, visibly angry, moved in closer.
I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You
come over here.
You're out of line. You grabbed me. It's on video.
Billy,
it's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash
Billy,
to work.
Billy,
I have a job
Billy,
to do.
You're
okay?
relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy, don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
Okay. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
When the sergeant insisted he was trying to handle the DUI stop, the chief grabbed him, crossing a line that no one expected. The sergeant, taken aback, warned him to let go, but the chief wasn't stopping. Tensions rose, voices escalated, and suddenly the chief was ordering the sergeant off the scene, suspending him on the spot. In the end, the chief was placed on administrative leave, his authority under scrutiny as he awaited the investigation's outcome. But the sergeant returned to work the next day. It was a clash of egos, where one officer's need for control turned a routine stop into chaos.
Exchange between you and Sergeant Major.
We're going to talk about that later. Everybody's got that. Billy's suspended.
Now, our next story takes us to Sunrise, Florida, where a police sergeant's rage went beyond words. It's November 2021, and officers were handling a resisting suspect who refused to get into a squad car.
Just put in the car.
Just get in the car and you'll be fine.
Get in the car. Get in the car. Put in the car. On my wrist. I Once you get in the car, she'll let go. So what's he saying, woman?
So just get in the car.
She's gonna break my wrist.
All right, just get in the car.
You gotta just tell her to stop.
Okay, get in the car.
Get in the car.
Just get in the car.
All right,
The struggle escalated quickly. The suspect, frustrated and pulling at the cuffs on his wrists, shouted, refusing to get in. That's when Sergeant Christopher Pulse snapped. With anger in his eyes, Pulse moved past the suspect.
You wanna play games? You ever get disrespectful with my officers, I will remove your soul from your body.
And turned on his own junior officer. In front of everyone, he grabbed her by the neck, choking her and pushing her back. His words, Disrespect my officers and I'll make sure you pay.
Do what you gotta do.
No.
The junior officer froze, caught between shock and fear as Pulci tightened his grip. Her fellow officers, stunned by the sudden turn of events, stood by, unsure how to intervene. But Pulse's outburst didn't go unnoticed.
Just let it be.
I don't understand that.
We clear?
Yes, sir.
And I'll see you in about 5 minutes.
He was later charged with battery, assault on a fellow officer, and tampering with evidence. This wasn't just about an officer losing his cool. It was an abuse of power that shook the entire department, leaving us all wondering, how far will someone go to show who's in charge? Next, we're heading to Virginia for a routine traffic stop that took a terrifying turn. Lieutenant Karen Nazario, an active-duty Army officer, was driving home from deployment when he noticed flashing lights in his rearview mirror. He didn't want to pull over on the dark road, so he drove to a nearby gas station, a choice that would change the course of his night. When he finally stopped, officers approached, guns drawn, yelling for him to get out of the car.
Put your hands out the window and turn the vehicle off! Put your hands out the window! He's not complying, Judge.
Come around your side.
Let me see your hands! How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out!
Confused, Nazario kept his hands visible and asked what was going on. But instead of answering, the officers' voices grew louder. "Step out of the car!" they shouted, their guns still aimed directly at him. Nazario, now visibly frightened, told them he was afraid to get out and repeated that he hadn't done anything wrong.
Get out of the car now!
I'm serving this country and this is how I'm treated?
Yo, look, guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't know, babe. Get out of the car!
What's going on?
Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car!
But the officers wouldn't listen. They raised their voices, demanding compliance, and one of them reached for a can of pepper spray. Suddenly, Nazario was hit with a direct blast to his face, blinding him as he tried to shield himself.
Whoa, hold on. What's going on? Hold on. Watch it.
Air 4 OC is deployed.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car now!
That's up.
Sir, just get out the car!
I'm trying to breathe.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. Get it. Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car. Get on the ground and you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on
going
the ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me
Get on
about
the
what's
ground!
going
Get on the ground!
Why am I being treated like this? Why?
Because you're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Come on, sir. Sir, look, just this is
As he struggled to breathe, officers dragged him out, pinning him to the ground, still yelling orders. Finally, when they realized he was an active-duty soldier with a spotless record, the officers tried to backtrack, offering him a deal to walk away.
Can you open up the window for my dog? I hear him choking. Can you open up the window, please?
Yes. Yes, we will. Why did this comply? It's a simple traffic stop.
Dark over there. Those areas are dark. I did not feel comfortable.
All right, sir.
Hold on. You felt more comfortable here, okay? Coming here was not the problem. The problem is when you refuse to get out of the car. When we got here and you stepped out of the car, I can promise you this would have been over by now. Lieutenant, what happened? Why wouldn't you comply?
I looked out the mirror and I saw guns drawn. I put my hands out.
And we told you, we identified ourselves, we told you to step out of the vehicle, and all you had to do was comply, and we'd have been done by now, okay? All right, how's your eyes doing, Lieutenant?
Better.
We can either sit here with you until you get your eyes back where you can see, and I mean at a good distance so you're safe to drive, okay? Go do your deployment, go continue serving my country, which I respect and I thank you for, okay? Or we can push the issue, write you tickets for no license plate displayed and for obstructive justice. I don't even need to go that route because that route makes the Army get involved, and I know how they are. But if you plan on making a career or even 6 years or whatever, it's up to you. I don't care. There's no need getting this on your record.
I do have a good rapport with my command, so I wouldn't feel right.
But Nazario wasn't about to let it slide. He filed a lawsuit, demanding accountability. This encounter wasn't just about a traffic stop. It was about the nightmare of power turned against the wrong person. Our next story takes us to Hiawassee, Georgia, where a simple traffic stop turned into an all-out clash between departments. On June 24th, 2022, Sergeant James from Hiawassee PD pulled over a reckless driver.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
Doing well in yourself?
I'm doing all right.
What's your hurry? You're very recklessly from the city all the way here, man. In and out of traffic, not using turn signal. Man, I watched you. It took me this long to catch up to you.
I'm sorry.
You were 70 plus.
I didn't think I was that bad.
I checked you at 65.
I'm sorry.
What's your hurry?
I gotta get my medication.
You gonna try to kill people over medication?
No, well, it helps with my anxiety.
If that car in front of you would have slammed on brakes, you would have caused a wreck right here. Hang tight.
But things took a strange turn when a Towns County sheriff suddenly appeared on the scene. The sheriff, ignoring the sergeant's authority, began asking the driver his own questions.
Sir, got a question. Yes, come on.
Inserting himself into the stop. Frustrated, the sergeant told the sheriff to back off.
Go pull the video at Valero. You get on my traffic stop again, I will arrest you.
Yeah, I'll arrest you right now.
Do it, buddy.
And we're gonna do it.
Warning him not to interfere with his stop. But the sheriff wasn't about to step down. The exchange escalated quickly, with both men trading threats.
Charges
Do it.
your ignorance.
Do it, Ode.
Go for it.
Do it. There's cameras at Valero, and there's cameras at Napa that see you pulled out.
Shut your mouth.
You don't talk to me like that. I'm not your boy.
Talk to you, boy. You a boy.
Each daring the other to make an arrest. The sergeant even warned the sheriff he'd take him to jail if he stepped over the line again. This wasn't just about a traffic ticket, it was a clash of power, a battle over who held the authority. The incident ended without arrests, but it left a mark, as tensions between the two agencies only grew. How much can rivalry push officers to go beyond the bounds of their authority? In December 2023, tribal officers from the Lighthouse Police Department arrived at a county jail with a suspect in custody.
I'm not taking the movie. You guys are taking it. I'm not taking it. County.
It should have been a straightforward handoff. But things weren't that simple. Jail staff took one look at the suspect and refused to accept him, citing jurisdiction issues. The tribal officers demanded they take custody, but the jail staff stood firm, insisting that as a non-tribal individual, he was beyond their jurisdiction.
Open this. What is happening here? What is going on?
But the tribal officers didn't back down. Words quickly turned heated, with each side refusing to yield.
You're gonna put your hands on him? Don't put your hands on the captain.
Don't, come on. Sir.
Nope.
Out of my building, gentlemen. You're gonna go with us, I promise.
See, you keep putting his hands off of him.
Tension grew as the tribal officers insisted, demanding access, while the jail staff blocked their entry, creating a standoff that nearly erupted into violence.
Not liable. Your ass is going too. They're refusing to take it.
Yeah, we don't recognize that you already exist.
In the end, the tribal officers had no choice but to leave without the suspect, but they later filed charges against the jail staff for assaulting a law enforcement officer. This wasn't just about procedure, it was a battle for control, with neither side willing to budge. Finally, we're in Lexington, where a speeding stop almost led to a brawl between two officers. It was January 30th, 2024, and a Lexington officer had just pulled over a speeding car. But he quickly discovered this wasn't any ordinary driver. Behind the wheel was Cleveland County Sheriff Chris Amison, who was rushing to a high-stakes SWAT call.
Okay, so this podium, could you do an 85 and a 55?
I was going.
Going where?
Call out.
Where we going?
SWAT call out right over here.
I didn't know we had one.
We have an armed guy barricaded in the house. Used to be a police officer. And
As the officer issued a ticket, the sheriff grew frustrated, asking if the officer's chief even knew about the SWAT call.
Here in Lexington?
yeah.
We have an armed person, but we don't know about it. All right, I'll call our chief and let him know.
Someone want to tell me what the fuck is going on?
Tom right here.
Where's Captain Tom? Captain Hawk.
Yeah.
Just minutes later, the officer arrived at the scene, joined by his chief, who was furious about being left out of the loop.
I'd like to know what's going on in my own damn city. We would have notified you, sir. We would have? Yeah. Well, hold on. I've been at the...
The tension reached its peak as the chief demanded an explanation, clearly frustrated that his own department hadn't been informed.
...to respond before it's our call. Okay, I don't know who the said that. First of all, sir, I know you're the chief. I'm just telling you the call. I don't appreciate all of this going on and nobody notified me a damn thing about it.
Words flew, tempers flared, and just when it seemed things couldn't get any tenser, the Lexington officer stepped forward, telling the sheriff to back off, that he wasn't about to be spoken to like that.
You can get the out of my face. I don't give a who you are. Okay? This is my county, too.
Back up.
The sheriff's team, visibly irritated, pulled away, but it left a mark on both sides as the departments walked away with unresolved tension simmering beneath the surface.
But you need to back up.
I get it that you can back riled up,
Negative.
but this right here ain't what
We're not going to be disrespectful.
Okay?
Sheriff, you need to back up out of my face, sir. You have no authority.
You're not going to tell me what to do, mother. You're not going to get in my sheriff's face. Just like you told me.
Get your hands off me, man. Back up, John.
Hey, pull him back.
No, he
He's
just
in the
came up to my
sheriff's
face and
face.
said the same
He's
shit.
getting ready to go to jail.
Stop.
He's getting ready to go to jail.
Stop.
Both of you need to back off. This is our operation. We're something like county. Understand?
Oh, yeah. Perfectly clear.
Go 10-8.
Perfectly clear. Come on.
Just to run that.
These stories pull back the curtain on a side of law enforcement few people see. A world of rivalry, ego, and battles for control that often escalate faster than anyone expects. Each of these confrontations shows the human side of authority and how quickly things can spiral when officers clash with their own. So, which encounter left you the most surprised? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss our next video for more jaw-dropping stories of police encounters that went too far.